somewhere in the world or have served. I've had uncles and grandparents and others serve so that we might have the liberties and the freedoms that we enjoy and share today. So we are here today to honor those that have served or are currently in service. And nothing would be complete without a little history lesson. I want to share with you today a little bit about the history of Veterans Day. So you can take this back and impress Mr. Grigorski and Mr. Marquardt, Mrs. Sayer when you get back in the classroom. Okay, first slide. World War I, known at the time as the Great War, officially ended when the Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919 in the Palace of Versailles outside the town of Versailles in France. However, fighting ceased 7 months earlier when an armistice, otherwise known as a temporary cessation of hostilities between the Allied nations and Germany, went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. And for that reason, November 11th, 1918 is generally regarded as the end of the war to end all wars. And it became known, next slide please, November 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day, with the following words: "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who have died in the country's service, and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the Council of Nations." And in this slide you see on October 8, 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower issuing the first Veterans Day proclamation, which essentially changed the name of Armistice Day to Veterans Day. In order to ensure the proper and widespread observance of this anniversary, all veterans organizations, and the entire citizenry will join hands in common purpose. Toward this end, I, President Eisenhower, designate the Administrator of Veterans Affairs as the Chairman of Veterans Day National Committee, which shall include such other persons as the Chairman may select, and which will coordinate the national level necessary for planning for the observance. I am also requesting the head of all departments and agencies of the executive branch of the government to assist the National Committee in every way possible. So as you see, this is in fact an American holiday. It's nationally recognized, and that's why you won't see mail in your mailbox today. We are observing that, and that great importance. Next slide, please. So in essence, Veterans Day is a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. And now, before we have the lovely Miss Sarah Cunningham sing our national anthem, I'd like a moment of silence for the 13 officers who were killed at Fort Hood last week. Okay, thank you. Ms. Cunningham, will you please take the stage?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
usual. Okay, Mr. Henley, please cue the short clip. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to impress upon you the importance of not taking the liberties and freedoms that we have for granted. There are many places in the world where things are not nearly as great as they are in America, and especially in Elk Rapids. At this time, I would like to call a special guest to the floor, Lieutenant Colonel Sam Pfeiffer, Marine Corps pilot, retired.